I went backwards.
Uh-oh.
Good evening, everybody out there in Chester County and on my Facebook page, coming to you straight live. It looks like I'm coming straight live from Fusion Salon, ladies and gentlemen. Coming to you straight live as none other than me, Brother Fonz, with Keishona Roberson, ladies and gentlemen. And I must admit, I am so doggone excited. I've been trying to get her on the air for about a month, and we finally snagged her. We inked a big contract. Actually, she's doing it for free. But what I'm saying is sometimes this is work in progress. So now, look, before we get started, my viewers out there, y'all know what you're supposed to do. I want y'all to click onto this and share it because I want us to be able to get some questions. Ooh, we got somebody already. Praise God for that. Because I want y'all as viewers to leave your comments. If you got any questions, ask some questions. And Keishona is going to answer in real time. And I actually got some hair questions. And I'm a guy, and I got this from, we're going to talk about braids later on, Keishona. But,
okay.
Yeah. So now, oh, that's it. Okay. Oh, man, we are all systems are go. Got my phone hooked up. I got my iPad hooked up. And then
you over there on the wheels of steel.
Yeah. As soon as I said that, I didn't want to mess up. But you know what? I got one going, so that's all that matters. But look, check this out. Before I get started, ladies and gentlemen, I just want to say I'm just so grateful, man. God has been so fantastic. This weekend, he blessed us with great weather. The Rock the Vote volunteers rocked it. From bridge to bridge, even up in Regency, Valley Township, we got 116 people to register to vote. And y'all know how I feel about voting because I'm going to tell you.
Amazing.
Hey, I'm going to tell you the truth, too. Them folks out there is playing chess and we playing checkers. So it's time for us to play the same game they playing. Bam. That's all I got to say about that. And let's see who else I got. Don't forget, CYWA is having their food distribution on Wednesday from 12:30 to 1:30. Get down there and get some food that's free. There's no need for anybody to be hungry. Stop playing. Pride goes before a fall. Get down there and get some of that food they're distributing. And on Thursday, they have the same thing, but it's 1:30 to 2:30. Food distribution. Now, don't forget, Tabernacle Baptist Church at 819 Coat Street. Man, I can't even remember what I had for dinner, but I can remember all that. 819 Coat Street, food distribution from 10:30 to 12:30. Bring your ID and wear a mask because ain't nobody playing with y'all. Now, after I've said all that, ladies and gentlemen, right now, I just want to present to y'all none other than Miss Keishona Roberson. Keishona, how you doing?
I'm well. I can't complain. How are you?
So far, so good. And as you can tell, I took a trip down to your place of business, and it's nice inside. I like that.
Thank you.
I'm always, I won't be needing your service, but I'm just saying. All right, now, let's get the ball rolling. I got me a nice little list out I made up and everything.
Okay.
Now, first thing I want to know is, are you originally from Coatesville?
I am. Born and raised. I was born at the Coatesville Hospital.
What? All right, yeah. so you went to cash and all that kind of stuff, right?
Yes, I did.
Wow. All right. So now, I've read your resume. You've done so many things. Okay. I got so many questions about you in school. Okay, first of all, because you teach and you're a leader, there's no doubt about that. Were you like that in high school?
I don't know. I was wordy in high school. As far as being a leader, I was just kind of there doing my thing. I tried to stay out of trouble for the most part. I was involved in a couple of different groups when I was in school, Society of Progressors. There was like an after school cooking program that I was in, but I didn't do any like major leadership things back then.
Okay. So now, so you're in high school now, because I'm going backwards from seeing where you are right now. When you were in high school, did you ever have the inkling to do what you're doing now? Teaching, cosmetology, and all that?
Yes.
Or you always knew what you wanted to do?
I did. It was actually, it was something that kind of evolved. So when I was 13, I was in 8th grade and I decided I wanted to be a hairdresser. And I was in like honors and AP classes, and my parents decided that I wasn't going to cosmetology school, so I wasn't allowed to go. Ooh. So, right, plot twist. So I actually started college at Westchester University. I was only there for a semester. It was short and sweet. I started as a early education major and changed my major the first day of school. I was all over the place because I didn't want to be there. I knew where my heart was, but it wasn't what I was allowed to pursue at that time. So years later, I woke up and realized that I was an adult and I could do what I wanted to do. So when I was 27, I went to cosmetology school, and it was on and cracking from there.
Get out of here. Hey, look, let's stop and just take a little hi and hello to Dr. Powell. She's on the set. Michael E. Brickus. You don't know Mike, but you're my hero,
Hey,
man.
hey.
I'm telling you. Hey, Claudia T. Palmer says, hey.
Hey, Toby.
Now,
Toby's sister, I should say.
Okay, now here is somebody, Tammy, slamming Jared, said, hey, Miss Rob.
Hey, girl, hey.
See, that's what I'm talking about. All right, now, where am I at? Do you have any children?
I have 2.
Which one do you like the best?
What kind of question is that? What? They would probably actually debate. My daughter would debate that. She does.
Yeah.
But
that's one of them questions that there's no answer to, and you need that every now and then for some filler. Some filler. If somebody ever answers that question, boy, it's over. I'm telling you.
Well, yeah, just log off.
All right. So you decided in school that you wanted to be a hairdresser.
I did.
Okay. So now my question is this. I always ask this question. Mm-hmm. What's the difference between a hairdresser and a cosmetologist?
Cosmetologist is a technical term for a hairdresser. A cosmetologist is legally licensed to do work with hair, skincare, nails, and makeup. A hairdresser is basically vernacular for somebody who styles hair. So I'm a licensed cosmetology instructor.
Boy, Kim Paula is watching, and Nelson Ojeda, my Spanish brother, is watching. Latasha
hello.
Yeah, Latasha just checked in. Latasha Miles, it is good to see you this evening. Iris Jones checked in. Hey, look. Now, I read where you said you like the chemistry did something for you in regards to cosmetology. Can you explain a little bit what is the chemistry that turns you on?
So with me in chemistry, first of all, I'm a geek squad for life. That's my thing. # geek squad for life. I've always liked chemistry, but my thing is with anything that I'm trying to understand, if I understand how it works, I'll understand why it works. And then I can go from there to figure out how to manipulate whatever that is to make it work for me. So when it comes to, cosmetology, there are a lot of chemistry concepts that we deal with when dealing with chemicals for hair coloring, relaxing, hair lightening, permanent waving. And I get real geeked out on how that kind of stuff works, how it all comes together, what I can do, what things are compatible, what things are not, so that I can, push the hair to the limits without pushing it off the head. So chemistry is my jam.
Hey, look, forgive me if I'm totally mesmerized about the geekness and the deepness of what it is that you do. Now, I read all that stuff. Now, I'm going to tell you the truth. So here we go. Now, for 16 years, you have been totally taking your craft from one level to the next. What motivates you to go through all them joints? I hope I brought it down here with me. I might not. What motivated you to go to all them schools and do all them things that you did?
Usually, in the beginning, the first school that I attended was actually the first school that I taught for. So I attended Empire Beauty School. I graduated there. I went back. I got a scholarship to get my teacher's license, and I taught for Empire for 5 years. So that was the first school. I was passionate about it. Basically, it was my alma mater. It was what I learned to do, where I learned to do. I was familiar, like literally, I helped move furniture into the building when we moved from Westchester to Exton. So it was my house. When I left there, I went to a different school, which was a startup school. That was Star Career Academy. A couple of ladies that I had worked with at Empire went to start a new school out in Audubon. So I went out there to work to try to get them some things situated. And that school was a little different. It was actually a school similar to the one that I work in now, but it was an adult school. So we had several programs there. Cosmetology was one of a few. I was there for about 2 years. Distance, honestly, was an issue with that because of traffic. And then I went to work at Pulse Beauty Academy. I was there for about 5 years. And I just really appreciated their vision, their culture. Basically, their driving force behind the industry, their brand, their products, their retail sales culture. And I stayed with them for about 5 years before going to the school that I'm at now.
Hey, look, if I got any ladies or gentlemen that want to know something about hair care and all that kind of stuff, man, y'all need to tune in and tape this junk because it's getting deep. Because she done did some stuff. She been somewhere. And right now, you see me, I have her salon in the background. Don't just say no nice. Don't make you look like you want to come on up in there and get your hair did. I'm telling you, if I had hair and I'm going to say, I ain't going to say all that. Anyway, it is really, really nice in there. And that's why I wanted to put that background now.
Thank you. We did it ourselves.
Yeah. Hey, Marnie Gibson, it's good to see you. Phoenix Gibbs, who is a top-notch.
Hey, Nita.
Yeah, and Phoenix is a top-notch groomer for your dog. So if you ever need your dog groom, check her out. Carmen Cornish, you must be on here just for Keishona, because I ain't never seen you on my show. Welcome, Keena Brown. How you doing?
Hey, Keen.
Yeah, see, oh man, you told somebody. Lee, Hammond, Craig, it is good to see you.
Hey, Lee.
See, they're on here for you because I know who my regulars are. Praise God. Don't let this be the last time because there'll be some real smart stuff going on in here. Oh, wait a minute. Marnie Gibson is a good friend of mine. Wait, let me read what she says. Keishona, I love how successful you are. Not surprised, but so proud. Your old teacher, Mrs. Is now Gibson. Mrs. Is.
Thank you.
Do you remember Marnie? If you don't say
I do. I absolutely do.
Good. Now, where we at? I think I want to save this question for last.
She's a sweetie.
Let me get these ways back. Marnie, she's really good. She's really good. She like whenever we have our Secret Santa, I'm getting ready to let the secret out the back. She always donates. She comes through for our kids and stuff. I love her to death, man. I love her to death. Now, where was I at before I got so flabbergasted? Okay, look. All right, let's talk about Fusion Salon.
Okay.
Where just come from? How this thought? Talk to me. Talk to them.
So my good friend and business partner, Anna, you met her today when you were in.
Yeah.
We literally, and this is going to sound terrible, but we literally hated work on the same day. So every Wednesday, she has 2 boys. I have 2 kids. Our sons are all about the same age. They're within like 2 or 3 years of each other. So every Wednesday we used to get together for family dinner. So she's sitting at my dining room table. I'm stirring spaghetti sauce, making biscuits and boiling noodles and doing all the things. And she was complaining about work. I was complaining about work. And I was like, friend, we should open a salon. She said, okay. So she goes online. She starts looking up stuff. She was like, all right, well, this is what we have to do to get an LLC. And this was in December, I want to say, of 2006. And every week we got together, went back over what our plans were from the week before. We, had assignments for each other. Okay, you check on this, I'll check on that. What do you think about this? What do you think about that? And we had to find a location, which the location that you're in was one that I kind of had my eye on for a while. There's not a whole lot going on there. There's good parking. It's easy to find. It's close to the bypass. It's close to where we live, close to where our kids go to school. It made sense. So we went and checked it out. On the way there, I thought of the name. We talked to them. Within a couple of weeks, we signed the lease. Shortly thereafter, she came up with the logo. So it all became a whole big thing. And with the help of a lot of friends and family, we laid it all out and got it all done, and it looks the way it does now. So it was literally, we just both were uncomfortable at the same time because we both had jobs in salons and schools and everything. But it had just gotten to the point that it was enough, and it was beyond what we could control. So we're like, all right, well, let's start over. That's what we did. And we've been friends for, we've been friends for 16 years or so. Mm-hmm. It's been a while. So, and we kept, we worked together and then go apart and then work together again and go apart and work together again. So here we are.
Man, how fantastic that is. And, and sometimes, man, teamwork will make the dream work. That ain't
all day, every day.
Yeah, that ain't coincidence that y'all two got together and did this thing, man. That thing was ordained. I'm liking that story already. Brian Maxwell is watching. Hey, crying Brian, how you doing, man? Thanks for checking in and viewing. That's my buddy. His wife's name is Crystal Love Maxwell. Crystal, who does the DJ.
Oh, believe me, I know Miss Crystal.
I ain't know whether you knew Brian, but yeah, I know you know Crystal.
Yes, I've never met him, but I definitely know Miss Crystal. Mm-hmm.
Hey, Brian, I just made you famous. You're the husband of Crystal. All right. Now, so now, is this your only job, main job, part-time job? How's this work?
No, I have 30 jobs, Fon.
Oh, you like the Jamaican woman.
So I teach cosmetology full time during the week, Monday through Friday at TCHS Brandywine. Mm-hmm. And then evenings and Saturdays, I'm at Fusion Salon behind the chair. And then I'm usually, like I was before we got, together today, I'm setting up for my Paparazzi live show, which will be this weekend. So there's that. And then at some point therein, I'll have glasses and masks and a bunch of other accessories for sale too, but that's a separate sale. So, You say
glasses. What do you mean glasses? Oh, eyeglasses.
Glasses.
Well, there's no doubt that you wear some of the most, I'm not going to say extravagant. I'm not saying that rich is looking, but the most original out the box glasses. We'll talk about that later, especially about Paparazzi, because that's what made me really get into you. Because my wife is now one of your favorite fans upstairs, man. She'd be up there looking at reruns.
I love Miss Donna.
And I'll be here. I guess you do. But I'm the one that's sending you to
shop the replay.
All right, now, so, hey, Christopher Bottoms checking in. Hey, Chris, he's out in New York. So, Renata Holmes is checking in. And my girl, Ella Better. Ella was holding it down at the Rock the Vote Saturday down there at the gazebo. Tina Matson, top of the evening to you. Welcome aboard. Thanks for checking in. Right now, we got none other than Miss Keishona Roberson. She's a warehouse of knowledge. I don't know why her head's not bigger than what it is because she's done so much stuff. But that's besides the point. Okay, now, when you began this process, were you fearful of failure or anything like that? What were some of the emotions you went through? And let us know, because there's some people behind you that want to do what you're doing.
It was a range of emotions. When it comes to the two of us, Anna is the more even-tempered level one. She's pretty much, she cruises at, a middle altitude all the time. Me, I'm high and low, high and low. I'm the more dramatic of the two, in case you didn't notice when you met her today. And that's in every aspect. So different things would happen. I would get all excited and she'd be like, yay. And I'm all excited, jumping around, and then something would fall apart or wouldn't work out. And I'm literally on my knees in tears. And she was like, everything will be fine. We'll be okay. So it was definitely a roller coaster of emotions, a range of emotions for me with the different process, because we didn't know what we were doing, honestly and truly. We didn't go take a class. We didn't read a book. We literally looked up some stuff online and we're like, all right, well, let's start figuring some things out. So we got held up with inspection dates with Valley Township, and our hot water heater went out the night before our state inspection for the Cosmetology State Board. So, we've had some things happen, and things have happened even since then, but it's just one of those things I just have to remember that, first of all, I'm not by myself. I definitely have, my friends, family that are always around for support and always have been ready, willing, and able to help. And we figure it out. We always figure it out. We have to, I've figured out things in life before. This isn't the first time. This is just a different time. So range of emotions, all of it. Happy, sad, glad, mad, fussing, fighting, loving, cussing. Listen, it happens. It happens.
Hey, you know what I just love what you was just talking about? Wait, before I even say that, Beverly Costello has checked in, and Quentin Brown, QB, it is good to see you. You know what you just said that I love the fact, because it's happened to me before. You did it without knowing everything about how to do it. So I
didn't know what to do.
Huh? And see,
we didn't know what to do.
But see, a lot of people never do anything because they don't have all the answers in the beginning. And so they're scared. They're scared. But sometimes if you fall into that cliche that says sometimes you gotta have enough faith to take that first step, even if you don't see the whole staircase.
Yep.
So evidently that's what you did. And that's what
we were literally uncomfortable on the same day. That's all it took. Literally. Because most of the time, you sit and you talk with a friend, and, one of you might be upset about something. The other one's like, oh, it'll be okay. They support you, and then it flip flops. It goes back and forth, throughout time. We literally were uncomfortable on the same day. I was like, something has to change today, right now. And that was it. And we had no choice but to figure it out. Once we were a certain way in, we're like, well, we're this far in, we got to work it out. And that's what we did.
I like it. Cindy Outlaw has checked in, not an in-law, but an outlaw. Cindy, top of the evening to you. You're here especially because Keishona's on here, and that's a good thing. Now, where do you see Fusion in 5 or 10 years? Have you guys looked that far down the road, or what's going on with that?
Well, So the original vision for Fusion Salon is that we were going to do like our slogan or like our mission statement is where beauty and education collide. So obviously it's a cosmetology salon. I am an instructor, and what I've always wanted to do was to provide like a place for licensed cosmetologists to be able to come and get new information, updated information, continuing education. It's important to me. It's important to the industry. It's important to the health and growth of your career. And I feel like a lot of times, especially where we are, people get comfortable with the guests that they have, the clients that come in and out, the regular people. They don't really go outside of the box to make an effort to learn new things, new techniques, to stay current. They just keep working. You go to work, you do what you do, you clock out, you go home. And my thing is, I just feel like that's something that's missing in our area. We can go to, you know, major cities and do things like that, but why can't we do it here? We can now go on, you know, the University of YouTube and find out a bunch of stuff. But, you know, sometimes you just need to, you know, roll up your sleeves, get your hands dirty, and figure it out with somebody that you can ask questions to.
That's good stuff. Good stuff. I just see major things for y'all, not so much because of where you're at right now, but because of your mindset. I mean, it's like, man, the world's an oyster for you. You know what I mean? Because as a person thinks, there you can go. You know what I mean? If you can believe it, I believe you can achieve it. Now, I got a hair question for you. This is coming from a dude, right?
Mm-hmm.
I see women wear braids in their hair until there's no more hair left on their head. Can we talk about that? Because we want to help some of the sisters out there.
We can talk about that all day. Let's go.
The tension, I mean, I'm a guy and I can see you putting tension on your hair and all of a sudden now you're braiding from the back of your head. And we've seen it. What do you suggest or what advice do you give to women? First of all, women, y'all look all right without the braids. I mean, y'all natural, y'all look good. You know what I mean? So what's your advice to the females out there?
So what happens is it's something called traction alopecia. The State Board of Cosmetology actually coined the term some years ago solely because of this epidemic. A lot of like weaves are put in too tight, braids are too tight, wigs and, you know, units are glued down on top of hair, which when they're removed improperly, it literally pulls the hair out, you know, follicle from the root and everything. And it creates scar tissue on the scalp. So over time, even if you take all of those things out and wear your natural hair, sometimes the hair doesn't even regrow in those areas if it's been a long time. So one of the things, like with me, I'm big into hair care. I do a bunch of different things with my own hair. I have a couple of clients that, you know, will kind of get a little wild and crazy with the hair colors and different things that they wear. Most of them are more conservative than me, which is fine. But I do all kinds of things to my hair, but I'm never damaging my scalp. Your scalp is the only living part of your hair that you have. And once you've, you know, caused major damage to that, you don't have a whole lot of options left. Hair grows slower as you get older. So the older you get, the slower it's going to return when you mess it up. And at the end of the day, you know, treating the hair like a fiber, you know, you won't take, you know, a you know, $1,000 suit and throw it in the wash with, you know, Purell and Purex, you know, whatever. You're not going to just throw it. You're going to take care of it. You're going to take it to the dry cleaners, make sure that it's cleaned, it's pressed, it's hung to basically preserve it. Your hair is a fiber and you should do the same thing. So there needs to be special attention paid to the hair and the scalp, the health of, and not just how it looks.
Good stuff, good stuff. Now, let me ask you, your clients, do you spend time teaching your clients about hair while you're doing their hair?
Absolutely.
Okay.
Absolutely. Yeah.
That's good stuff. Good stuff.
I would be doing a disservice if I didn't. I mean, and honestly and truly, because I don't, you know, I don't co-sign to let's put in a bunch of extra hair, weigh the hair down and snatch it off the head. I don't do any installs of any kind. No wigs, weaves, braids, hair replacements, no units, no whatever we're calling this extra hair these days. I don't do them. I don't believe in them. I have a lot of people that, you know, I'll see random places and I'm trying to get chicken at the grocery store and they're asking me about their edges that have been gone since 15 years ago. Yeah. You know, but, you know, it gets to a point that once it's gone so far, people are nervous about not having all that extra hair anymore because they get dependent on it. I just don't believe in it. Every once in a while, maybe, but as a lifestyle, it's a lot, especially if it's not done well. It's a lot of tension.
Okay, we got Tanya Wood is checking in, has checked in, and Latasha Miles said, "Preach, girl, preach."
Girl,
That's some
we done
talk,
talked about
y'all.
it many a day.
Oh, y'all too much. Hey,
Mm-hmm.
hair color, coloring in your hair. Does
Mm-hmm.
that damage your hair or anything? When
It
is it you're
could.
going too far, or when is you're in the safe zone? Let's talk about that for a second.
Hair color could be damaging. It depends on what's applied. It depends on what was applied before or what will be applied after, because there are certain chemicals that are not compatible. So like relaxer and like hair lightener or bleach, for example, they ain't never been friends. It's never going to
Mm,
work out long term.
mm-mm.
Certain things like perms, permanent waves, or even like jerry curls, relaxers, ain't never been friends.
That's right.
Um, yeah, lightener, bleach doesn't really work well with many things other than other hair colors. So it can be done well. You can do a lot of things if somebody who's actually doing it knows what they're doing and they know when enough is enough. Um, but like with anything, if you have limited information, limited skill sets, maybe limited, products, limited quality of products, you're only going to get out of it what you put into it. So if you don't put any of those things and resources into what you're applying, you're going to have some problems.
Mm, mm, mm. Clear cut and dry. Hey, Delina DeBose
All
has
day.
checked in, and Carmen M. Green has checked in. Carmen, it's good to see you. I know you'd be working like a mule. I'm just glad you got time to check in with us this evening. Oh man, let's see. And we're running through this stuff too fast. We're gonna have to find more stuff to talk about because this is interesting. All right,
I'm here.
let's talk paparazzi.
Okay.
Now my wife is strung out. She's hooked. She's addicted.
Look, you see it.
458, 762. The finance, did you hear that number? I don't even know what she's talking about. I'm on a computer and
She
everything.
got you watching for the numbers too.
Oh man, it's so funny. It's so funny. I enjoy it because she enjoys you. And before I even get into paparazzi, you have a style on camera that's real, that's magnetic. Number one, your delivery and everything, you can sell a crippled crab a crutch. So what do you attest that on camera presence? Is it because you have been a teacher or you are a teacher, or is this just your personality?
I like to talk.
Uh-oh.
At some point, it actually is starting to pay off. I was one of those kids in school that got like N's in self-control. And I was told that if I didn't shut up, I had to get out the class. So my desk was in the hallway because I would get my work done before the other kids. So I was bored. So I'm like, hey, what'd you bring for lunch? Hey, did you get money for the school stuff? I was saying all the wrong stuff. Eventually it paid off. I like to be around people. I enjoy communication. It's something I feel like is important, and, it's underrated. I am passionate about what I'm doing. So it's easy to be excited about something that you love. So even before there was paparazzi in my life and all these glasses and everything I put on all the time just to be sitting in the house, I always wore a lot of things, multiple necklaces, bracelets. I'm digging in bins at Burlington Coat Factory back in the day and looking for stuff and, trying to get the look for less because I had somewhere to be and I wanted to look a certain kind of way when I got there. So it just so happens that paparazzi came along. My best friend, Latasha Miles, she's on. Hey girl, hey. It was one of those things she started and I didn't know what was going on at first. I was buying so much from her. It made sense for me to sell it myself. Literally, I was here, just cut the check, take the money, give me the stuff. Like it was literally like I was a whole entire fiend. I still am. There's a sea of boxes over here now because I was excited. I had orders that came in today. So I'm excited about my show on Sunday at 8 p.m. But yeah, it just was one of those things that I just love what I do. I love what it is. I love how it makes people feel. I just like overall in general to make people look and feel better about themselves. And paparazzi is another way to do it. It works.
Well, you can definitely tell your passion by your delivery. And while we're talking about passion, I want to stop because there's somebody who just checked in whose passion you can tell because every day he's cooking something different. I seen him cook an octopus last week, man. I didn't appreciate it, but I love the fact that he thinks outside the box. And yes, I'm talking to you, Dwayne Bessick. Ain't nobody scared of you. Dwayne Bessick is checked in. He is the chef extraordinaire. And I love him so much because he went to the wall of China. He went to Italy, all these places where foods are being cooked and everything. And his passion is shown. He cook a lot of stuff I don't even like, but it makes it look good. Shanae Bowman, how you doing, Shanae? It is good to see you. Michelle Antoinette Worthington. Boy, that sounds classy. Don't that name sound classy?
Hey, Michelle.
She's on here
That's
just for
Michelle. She is
you.
classy.
Yeah, yeah. I like, this whole crew tonight. I'm just really excited. We got a good crew on tonight. It's all because of you. Now, let me see. So Paparazzi, Latasha introduced you to that. I think
Yes.
Latasha was at one of our events. We do so many events.
Quite possibly.
I am just totally amazed by the paparazzi people because y'all take it so serious. Y'all really take it serious. The background, the layouts, the displays. I mean, I feel like I'm on Wheel of Fortune or something,
It's
Show
a
them what they've
movement.
done, Vanna, all that kind of stuff. Good stuff. Now, let me see. What else?
We are a whole vibe.
Yeah.
A whole vibe. Mm-hmm.
You know what? And you know what I kind of like about paparazzi is mostly women be selling, but
It's inexpensive.
It's inexpensive, but I don't see no cat fights on social media.
Oh no.
Yeah, but you know, when you're in something competitive, somewhat competitive, or you're doing the same thing, I don't know. Some parts of the world they're really, really like that. Anyway, now has this venture been successful for you?
Yes. As far as paparazzi, or
yeah,
have we've completely segued into that? Yes, it has. I actually met some goals this past year. Life of the Party Bronze, which gives me access to exclusive pieces before other consultants. I ranked up to director this past year. I'm director so far this year, and our year starts July 1st. So we have from July 1st to June 30th to basically hit goals and, do different things within the organization. So I met those two goals last year, and I'm already on track to hopefully surpass my bronze goal from last year, and silver. I think I'm tracking for Life of the Party goal, which is amazing. So,
So now
I'm excited.
I guess so. I mean, look at all you're doing. I mean, when do you get time to have rest? Do you find yourself tired or?
Yes.
I mean, during teaching and everything. Oh man, that's good stuff.
It's a lot. It's a lot.
Do you recruit others the same way you was recruited by Latasha? Do you
Absolutely.
do the same? Okay. Now,
absolutely.
Do you get any benefits out of that, commission or does it move you up in rank and stuff like that?
All of it. So, and mind you, how far you move and how fast you move is completely up to the consultant. So it's not that it's something that I can't have somebody else rank. They literally, you have to work. It's work. It's a good time. Like I said, we're a whole vibe. We really and truly are, but it's work. You're going to have to, actually commit to what you're doing, follow through with your commitments, show up, be present and be active in your business. But absolutely, I'm always recruiting consultants. Yeah. Come on with it, y'all. Ladies and gentlemen.
Hey, have you ever thought about starting your own school?
Oh,
see, I'm all over the place with this. Huh?
Yes and no. Because I've worked for so many schools and I know all of the paperwork and everything that's involved with Title IV funding and documentation, all of that honestly, that aspect of it to me is completely overwhelming. So if I did, I can't imagine when. Honestly, I don't know when I'd have the time. But it is something that has been talked about. It has been talked about.
Sounds intriguing. It's intriguing based on all that you know and all that you've done. You know what I mean?
It's a lot.
Yeah, it is. All right, let's see. I don't even know where I jumped there. My mind goes all over the place. Somebody actually said, hey, Fawn, somebody appreciates me being on tonight. Thank you.
There you go.
Hey, Aaron Jackson checked in. Latasha Miles said, Keishona's team is on fire.
Thanks, girl. Hey, girl, hey.
The Paparazzi Pink Sisterhood. That's some stuff between y'all. Iris, it's good to see you. Bam.
Hey, Miss Iris.
Bam. The gang is all here. Now, so we're not wrapping up, but what do you attribute your success to? What do you think is
I keep trying. Literally, everything doesn't always go the way I want it to. It doesn't go the way it was planned to. Sometimes it doesn't go at all. But I have to figure it out. I keep trying. For years, my kids were definitely a sense and source of motivation. Because I got things to do. Like we got dreams, goals, wishes. Furthermore, we just want to buy stuff sometimes. Like, you need money to buy stuff. So, you got to keep trying. Like, you're going to have days, times, things that just don't work out. And if you stop there, you're not going to get any further than that. You have to keep going, find another road. Traffic is blocked on the road. You going to sit there and not go home? No, you're going to find a detour route and you're going to get home. So you got to figure it out. Keep going.
You're doing some coaching right now.
Cry for a second. Because I do that. I'm the queen of crying. Listen, every 6 months I have a meltdown on schedule. It's coming because it's fall, and I swear this darkness is about to shut me down, but it's okay. So, you get your little, okay, and then, all right, we're done. I'm about to have bags under my eyes tomorrow. Let's tighten up and keep it moving. Literally, you just got to keep trying.
Okay, ladies and gentlemen, y'all might want to play this. Y'all might want to play this tape over again because I'm learning a lot of stuff right here now. I don't know. It may seem like it's just flowing right along, but I'm hearing somebody talk about when things don't work, you don't stop trying to work the plan. And then I heard her say something about a goal. See, because a lot of us don't have no goals, so we don't know what we're working towards, or we don't work towards anything. Man, if you got a goal really make you want to do something, especially if you put some action steps to it. But I'm just saying, you know what I'm saying?
It gives you somewhere to go. I mean, you can burn energy sitting in a rocking chair, but you ain't getting nowhere.
That's what I'm talking about.
You gotta, have somewhere to go.
This week, I'm trying to learn how to laser engrave. So that's got me, and I got it all in my bedroom, a laser engraver. Y'all pray for me, all right?
Don't burn nothing up now. Yeah. Laser, does that get hot?
Man, does it ever? It cuts through wood and stuff. Well, I got it in my office, not in my bedroom, but yeah, it cuts through wood and graves and everything. I'm gonna sell y'all something because I'm gonna put fusion on something, a nice little plaque or something, keychains, all that. Okay. So you see, I'm selling myself right now, right? Okay, now what have been
as you should.
Yeah, and what has been some of your? We're gonna talk about the jewelry you got on too. What has been some of your biggest challenges on your journey?
Some of my biggest challenges, honestly, not knowing where to start. A lot of things that I've done, as far as like, all aspects of my careers, because I'm saying careers because there are multiples, but not knowing where to start, not knowing, what the first step was, not knowing, just because my journey doesn't necessarily look like someone else's. So cosmetology school, like I said, I originally wanted to go when I was 13. I didn't actually enroll until I was 27. Visited the school 3 different times before that, though. Didn't enroll until I was 27. As far as, the teaching aspect, honestly, in the beginning, it didn't occur to me to be a cosmetology teacher until they offered me a scholarship for my cosmetology education. I didn't have to pay a dime for it. I was like, yeah, this isn't that bad. Let's see what happens. I'm still teaching. When it came to like getting started with jewelry, like I said, I was buying it in the beginning. So it just seemed like the logical next step. Okay, let's go. And for the longest, I kind of stalled with that because I wasn't sure what I wanted to look like. I am one of those people, like we talked earlier, offset, about sometimes when you can't see the big picture and break it down into like those smaller pieces, it's difficult to find your starting point. If I can't see like what the final vision is, it sometimes makes it difficult for me to get started. So finding like a good starting point, understanding what my destination is, and sometimes just having to bob and weave a little bit until I get to the end, or what could be the end or the new beginning of something else, it seems like, because I don't know if there is an end necessarily.
Some people would pay a psychiatrist and all them other people to hear what you're giving to these people for free today. They
just gotta come get their hair done, or they just gotta come get their hair done. We can talk about it then.
Yeah.
Or they just gotta be on live to get this jewelry and we can talk about it then. That's all they gotta
I heard that. Now Iris says, I love going to Fusion. And she said, hey, Miss K, I love your spirit. You and Anna are the best. Carmen Green said, awesome.
Thank you.
With a capital A, awesome motivation. And Carmen also says positivity. That's what we need more of. Okay, Nelson Ojeda, my Spanish brother, always talking about sounds like you need an investor. He wants to invest in everything. Get out of here.
Oh, shoot.
Angela Westmoreland has checked in. Carmen wants to know, where do you teach?
I currently teach at TCHS Brandywine. It's connected to the IU, the CCIU out on Boot Road. So it's one of 3 tech schools that the IU has. So I'm in Downingtown.
Roberta Steyer Showell, who is one of my female mentors. I can always talk to her about anything. She has checked in. Roberta. And right now, ladies and gentlemen, I am in her. Well, I'm not actually, this is her background. This is her shop behind me. And as you can tell, that thing looks nice. I'm trying to find out what is this gray thing right here that look like there's two big ear things there. Can you see it?
Yep, I know what it is.
What is that?
I'm literally about to point to it on the screen, like you can see what I'm pointing to. So there's two of them. The one that looks like it has the earmuffs, is a color processor and hair dryer. So it's an ionic dryer. So the different zones, if we're processing like different chemical treatments, especially like for highlighting, we can turn it on instead of it just being a hood dryer where the whole thing gets warm. We can adjust all 5 of the zones to either be on or off. And then there are 5 degrees of heat that we can allow or not, so that we can process everything to the same point without over processing.
Man,
and then the one on the other side, that's just across from it is actually a color processor and hair steamer. So it's kind of similar, but it does moist treatments instead of dry ones.
That looks like some high-tech stuff. Now, I don't go around visiting beauty salons, so I don't know how many salons have that. But I'm impressed. Do you see that often, or So now, that's good stuff. So y'all, you can see she's high tech. So when y'all need your hair did, and we're going to talk about that too, because we're going to find out how y'all can get in touch with her, set up your appointments, and do all that other kind of stuff. That's a nice looking place up in there.
Thank you.
Plus you can get some pizzas and some nails done right next door. So you can do a full day up here. Hair, nails, get something to eat, and get on home somewhere. Now, let's see. I got a question. Let me see. When do you go on with the paparazzi? Do you have a set time?
Usually I'm Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. I try to stay to Sunday nights at 8 o'clock. Sunday is technically my only day off, where I'm not at the salon and I'm not at school. So I have the day to kind of like plan and, get everything set up. When I set up my boards, figure out what I'm going to wear, make sure that we eat at least once that day. I don't know. So usually Sunday nights at 8 o'clock.
Okay, we're going to answer this question right now because Claudia T. Palmer is chomping at the bit. She wants to know, where's the shop and how do I make an appointment? Now talk slow.
So Fusion Salon is in Valley Township. We're located at 1131 West Lincoln Highway, Building C, if you need to know, in Coatesville, 19320. And to make an appointment, you can call us at 610-380-1131. And we have a website if you want that, which is fusionsalon1131.com.
And Claudia, we're going to try and put that in the comment section or something so you'll be able to see it later. Mark Hughes has checked in, and Fushi Holmes. Hey, Fushi, how you doing?
Hey, Fush.
Yeah. And that was something. Did I get my full answer on that question? Because I talk so fast sometimes. Let me see where I'm at in the program. When do you go on? So we said Sunday at 8 p.m. Any other time is a rerun, or you don't never switch up and go midweek?
Occasionally I go midweek. In the summertime, it was a little easier because I wasn't teaching. During the summer, we were off. But usually Sunday at 8, and then I always share the replay. So anybody can shop the replay. The replays are always there too.
All right, cool beans. That is fantastic. Let me see. All right. Let's get into some deep stuff. You mean deeper than what we've already done? What part has faith played in your journey? Because this is a journey that you've gone through. And what part has it played in your life?
It played, honestly, a big part. And I felt it the most when I felt like I was doing the worst. When I felt like I was by myself, when I was sad, when I was mad, when my little feelings were hurt because I didn't get my way. When, we had plans, or I had plans for certain things to happen, and it seemed like the best laid plan, like it was amazing. Like, why would it fail? Why would it go wrong? And it did. They did, because it was multiple times and multiple things. That's when I feel like, I found myself, like asking questions in prayer, looking for answers to, what am I supposed to do next? Like, because I had a plan, like, obviously this is my plan. Like, I put the plan together. Why didn't it work out? Like, this isn't fair. Because, everything has to be fair in life, right? Okay. So I feel like, honestly and truly, like, I felt those kinds of things the most when I felt the worst. It's easy for me to get comfortable and, not, and this is just me, I'm not speaking for other people. It's easy for me to get comfortable and, not give thanks and, not be prayerful or not be when things are good. When things are great, you ride the wave, you're happy, you're excited, you go on with your life and this and that, whatever. And every once in a while, there's a hiccup, there's a speed bump. You trip a little bit. Oh, wait a minute. Okay. All right. Okay, I'm still here.
Wow, that's good stuff. And that's worth the 45 minutes we just spent just hearing that, man. Because I mean, that hit me as well, man. I really appreciate it. Marcus Morales has checked in. Marcus, it is good to see you. Let me ask you a question. Have you ever heard of a guy selling paparazzi?
Yes.
Are they good at it?
Yes. Men do well in paparazzi. Yeah, here's the thing, and this is going to make complete and total sense. Men do well in cosmetology too, because women want to see them.
Yeah.
Women want to feel important to them. Women want to be a part of whatever it is they're doing.
Okay.
It works.
Okay, so you guys out there, get them boards ready. Come see Keishona. She'll put you down. We ain't gonna talk about you. Go on and make that thing happen. Sell some of that jewelry. And actually, the funny part is, in my younger life, I used to sell earrings, and I used to take one of those big. I can't remember what the boards are called, but the people in town would carry big blueprint bags. I would turn it inside out. I would put velvet all over the board on the inside and clip the earrings in and go from bar to bar. And I kept getting paid, but ain't nobody coming to hear about me anyway. But anyway, Cindy Outlaw said, may God continue to bless you as you bless others. And I know you bless people this evening, but look, we getting ready to close this thing out with a bang because you getting ready to hit them with some stuff. Well, hurt them to their heart. Gonna make them say, oh. Now, this is what we're going to do. And to my viewers, this is what I do at the end of every show. I want my guests to take the time to share what's ever on their heart. I always love it to be something about some wisdom or inspiration for those who are viewing, or some lessons, whatever it is on their hearts that they think can help those who are viewing. Whatever it is, and there's no time limit. Have at it, Keishona.
So one of my biggest things is people may have an opinion of who you are as a person, what you should be doing, what you could be doing. And my thing that I've figured out through some trial and error, and I'm still working through it, is if you're not happy with what you're doing, it doesn't matter as much. You can make a ton of money, but if you don't enjoy your work, it doesn't matter as much. You may have, a dream job to one person, but if it's not something that gives you joy, it doesn't matter as much. The people, honestly and truly, who are trying to give you thoughts, feelings, guidance, or their opinions about what your happiness should look like, oftentimes aren't happy themselves. So they may be trying to impose like what their vision for themselves would be onto you, because maybe they're not strong enough to do it. They might not know where to start. Maybe they feel like they can't. And they're, maybe not coming from the best place to give you advice. I just have gotten to the point that, if it makes you happy, regardless of what it is, if it makes you happy, do it. Because at the end of the day, you have to live with yourself. Nobody else has to live with you. You take yourself everywhere that you go. And if you can't be happy with what you're doing, who you are, what you're about, where you go, what you promote, why are you doing it? Like, seriously, like, it's just, life is too short. Like, way too short. I say all the time, like, my students, I have students that, are with me for anywhere between 1 and 3, sometimes 4 years in the program, because they only come to us for 2 hours a day. And they'll say, oh, Miss Rob, I wish I would have started in 10th grade instead of 12th. I said, girl, you were 17. I started when I was 27. You'll be okay. You'll figure it out. If this is what you want to do, you'll find your way. So just seriously, like, do what makes you happy. And then, when you find that happiness, help other people. We didn't know, I don't know anybody who got to where they are, in a happy place and being successful by doing it by yourself. Help other people. I have, friends that are also in the business that have their own salons, students, graduates, that work for other people, have their own, spaces as well. And, my thing is this, I can't do all the hair. I can't, like, I can't sell all the jewelry. Like, I can't, like, there's something for everybody. And I don't feel like I have to, speak bad about other people and trying to, promote myself or bring myself to a point where I feel successful. So, help people. Once you start to find your way, help somebody else. Literally, it comes back tenfold. It really and truly does. There's no reason to try to bring people down, help people. I mean, everybody needs something. And if you don't need something yet, and you wait, your turn's coming. You're going to need something too. Just help people. Be nice.
Be nice. I love it. I love it. And this isn't the end because Michelle Worthington has a little to say. She said, Keishona, Miss Robinson, I am, and these are capital letters, super proud of you. I remember the days when you were using me as a hair test dummy.
Yep.
When we were teenagers. Keep shining, girlfriend. Love you. Cindy Outlaw said, great advice. And Carmen Green said, great stuff. Happiness is key. Thank you. And it keeps coming in. Latasha's giving you 6 smiles with hearts in her eyes. Jonette Marcus says, kudos to Keishona, Miss Rob Robinson. Hey, y'all, let me sign off. Cindy said, love your spirit. Thanks. Stop saying stuff, y'all. Dad, shut up already. Hey,
they're my people. They're my friends.
I know, man. I'm loving this. I'm loving this because that's what this show is all about. This show is to hopefully to always provide a guest that can provide information, education, and inspiration, because it's not about the guest, it's about the viewer. And I tell all my guests, it ain't about y'all. But although I do want to push their products, which I hope I did tonight, but it's to give hope to the viewers that the struggle you're going through is not unique. We all go through it. We go through the fears. We go through the part where we don't know what to do next and all that stuff. And you will survive, like Keishona survived through all her crying,
I'm
all
still
those
trying
things
to survive.
that she went through.
Yeah.
So look,
nothing sucks forever.
I like the way you put that. Okay, ladies and gentlemen, I'm telling you, this is it. I have nothing else to say. I want to thank you, Keishona, for allowing me to come into wherever you are for these 45 or 50 minutes and just share who you are with the community. And it was sharing it with me too, because I get more out of this thing than y'all do. And because it keeps me going, because I'll be a busy little brother too. Michelle, I never met her, but I admire her professionalism and drive. That's from my people, Michelle Timmons. So I want to just say good night to you. Thank you once again. And prayerfully, in 5 years or in the future, whenever you have something you want to share with the community, feel free to come on City Town Talk, because that's what I'm here for. All right?
Will do.
So that being said, ladies and gentlemen, y'all know how I feel. I want you to know that Coatesville is truly rising and Black Lives Matter. Peace out. Keishona, bye-bye.
Bye.